Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I want to talk to you guys about fast reloads in close quarter combat. Okay, in today's environment with all the riots going on, the idea of your house being invaded, by a mob is plausible. Okay, because here's the thing: if you've got a rifle with a 30-round magazine in it, and you need to do a magazine change, I mean, you're in a real shitstorm, okay? But let's say the gun goes dry for whatever reason. Okay, the fastest reload in close quarter combat is a second gun. Okay, so I've only got a couple rounds in this. Let's try these rounds out. Dry, drop the gun, go to my pistol, come out, finish the job. Okay. So let's talk about that. Why are we doing it that way? Why aren't we doing a magazine change? Okay, we've been drilling magazine changes. Why not employ it? Okay, well, there's a couple of reasons. First of all, right now I got a magazine back here, right? And it's not that hard to do a magazine change. If we've been drilling it, basically you drop your magazine out, take the next one, goes in, hit your bolt release. Okay, gun. So it's pretty quick. But here's the situation. First of all, you'll notice that I have a 20-round magazine, and part of the reason why I have a 20-round magazine as a backup instead of a 30-round magazine, because when you look at it doesn't stick out that much. Okay, so when I have it here, it doesn't stick out that much, and as you're moving around, if you don't have a proper pouch, or chest rig to hold that magazine, there's a good chance that if I try to take a magazine like this and shove it, into a magazine holder, that it might end up moving out. So something to consider. There's a place for 20-round magazines. There's a place for 20-round magazines. There, first of all, this will fit into your back pocket. But here's the thing. Let's say I've got this here. Okay, let's say things shift around. I go back here, and all of a sudden, this isn't here. It's someplace else. Okay, so that's a plausible situation, especially as you're moving around, moving behind cover. It's a plausible situation that it might not be in the exact spot that you expect it to be in. Okay, now the other possible situation is that you might be more than just out of ammunition. You might have a situation where the gun itself is jammed. Okay. In which case, the time to figure it out is not in the middle of a gunfight. So if the gun goes dry, like it just did, right? Get that back in there. I'll do this again. So I'm shooting the gun goes dry, you go to your backup gun. Now, if I'm in a situation, because obviously over here I'm shooting inside of 30 yards, right? Because most houses aren't going to be even 30 yards long. They're probably going to be, 10 yards long, 15. But, if I need to be shooting at 50 yards, or 75 yards, I need to get the rifle back up and running. Okay, I'm not gonna go to a pistol if I'm in a gunfight with somebody at 50 yards or further. I'm not gonna, I'm gonna go get behind cover and get the gun back, get the rifle back into operation rather than try and mess with a pistol. But inside a close quarter combat, inside in a home defense type of situation where things are happening really close. And really fast, and you really don't have any cover because most houses are made out of sheetrock. And granted, if a bullet exits a house through the wall, I mean, yeah, it's going to destabilize. It's probably not going to go more than 100 yards. It'll probably tumble into the ground well before that, just because it destabilizes. I've done tests on that. But inside of the house, if you're like, let's say, behind the wall or behind some furniture, the bullet is fully capable. All bullets, 9mm, even 22s for that matter, are fully capable of penetrating most of the things inside of the typical home. So you can't just get behind cover and get another magazine into the gun or try to unjam it. So you need to go to a backup gun. Okay, that's why we have pistols. That's the place of a pistol. The pistol has two purposes. It's either a backup to your rifle, okay, or for every day, basically this gun's a little awkward to carry around every day. So you carry a small pistol, and the reason why you carry a pistol, so that you can fight your way to your house to get your rifle. Okay, so that's the place of the pistol. All right, so in this particular case, it's a backup to the rifle. So again, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to fire this gun. As soon as the gun goes dry, drop the gun, get to the pistol fast. Okay, finish the job. Okay, so that's how these two guns work together. Okay, pistol and rifle. The pistol is the backup to the rifle. Now, I was saying earlier that you might have a couple of weird situations. The magazine, right? Where's the magazine? Get the magazine out. The magazine is not. Let's say I have it here. Magazine shift. It's not where I expected. How about coupled magazines? Okay. So this is this is actually not a bad idea. Now, if you have two of these coupled magazines, these are the ETS ones that are coupled. You've got 60 rounds here, and it's really easy to do a magazine change right here. So you have to do a magazine change. So that's really fast, right? So that's not a bad idea. It makes the gun a little heavier. So if you're gonna be outside moving around, this is kind of awkward, right? So this might be a little awkward, but in a home defense situation where you expect to be not moving around too much, you expect to be in a position of cover. You have your a plan, right? You have a home defense plan. You know where you're gonna be. You know where your family is. You know where you're expecting your bad guys to come through. You know where you're shooting. You know where your bolts are going. Like in my case, I want to be at the top of the staircase, shooting down a narrow hallway. I know my bolts are going through multiple bad guys, and they're ending up in the basement. So that's a decent home defense plan. Or you might be in an area like this where, it doesn't matter. Where I know that, let's say in that direction over there, I got like a million trees going that way, that I can position myself in a certain way where I know where my bolts are going. Okay, so having a home defense plan is important. So this is a possibility for this is an option for doing fast magazine reloads if you're not in a home defense type of situation where you're not going to be moving around too much. So it doesn't matter if the gun becomes a little heavier. But again, you have the possibility that maybe the gun jammed up. So again, it's faster to just go to the pistol and basically stop the threat. Because remember, this in a home defense situation, the threat is likely not even going to be 30 feet away from you. It's probably going to be like 10 to 15 feet away from you when it enters into your room, or when you first see it, and when you make contact with it. It's probably going to be within 20 feet. So within 20 feet, that's not the time to be doing magazine changes and figuring out why your gun isn't working. Go to a gun really fast that is working. Okay, but that's why we want to have two guns in a home defense type of situation. So a couple of things for you guys to think about. If you have any comments, questions, feedback, put it in the comment section. And if you're not a member of my channel, please subscribe. I'll talk to you guys soon.